Hello, everybody. Welcome to the show. It's Marek from Unparalleled, and here's Jay.
How's it
And
going?
hopefully
Good
you enjoyed the
evening.
trailer. Yes. Good evening. Raise a glass. We're here in the final hours of the Stellar Odyssey #3 Kickstarter. It is funded, uh, and I like that funded. The first three letters are fun because it's fun that it's funded. I don't know. That's stupid. Uh,
Never thought about that, but sure.
Yeah, I just thought about that just now. Anyway, let us know if you're here by leaving us a hello. Drop us a question if you have any questions about Stellar Odyssey #3, 2, 1, #4, Operation Eclipse, Dragonfly, and Omlistic, any of the titles that we are currently working on. Any questions we'll answer to the best of our knowledge, which we should have all the knowledge, right? Because
Should. I mean, we're publishing them. We're creating and publishing them, so yeah, we should have all the answers.
I hope so. Anyway, Jay, how you doing, man? It's been a while. It seems like it's been forever.
Yeah, it does. Whoa, hold on a second here. Oh, sorry. I am doing well. I'm tired, feel a bit overworked, but and that's not really necessarily from making comics. It's just current situation at my day job. It's kind of poopy right now, but it's wearing me down. But yeah, I'm still finding time to get the comic stuff done, and I actually look forward to that. It's like I just get through the rest of this work day, that I can get home and do some drawing or edit some files and send stuff to print or whatever it is.
Speaking of print, you have an update on Dragonfly?
Dragonfly is printing. So the first proof that I got back from the printer had a couple errors in it, so I had to make some edits or tell them about the edits and wait for the new proof, which I got earlier this week and approved. So Dragonfly #1 is printing, and I expect. Well, let's see, it's Thursday, so yeah, it should be here. It should be arriving early next week. Once the proof is approved, they're usually pretty quick on the turnaround. So,
Sounds like we'll be having a packing party again.
yeah, next a week from this weekend.
You're lucky. I have vacation next week.
Oh,
Rested up, ready to go. Gonna get some canes. You know how it goes.
of course.
Yeah. So Dragonfly should be arriving in people's hands right around the time Operation Eclipse #3 launches on Kickstarter, which is May 25th.
Yeah.
My birthday. Anyway, if you're watching us live on Facebook, that's fantastic. Roll on over to our YouTube channel, hit the subscribe button, because there will be a lot more video content there. I believe. Did you get a chance to upload that Shay file over there? Is it on? No, yeah, it's on YouTube. I watched it on YouTube. Yeah.
Oh,
Ink and Shay.
my arts. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So there'll be stuff like that, Jay drawing stuff. Maybe we can try to get Flavio or one of our other artists to send us a video file to put up on there as well, because Flavio seems to do live feeds a lot. Drawing.
Yeah, he does. I think he does a lot of them on Instagram, which I don't really pay attention to Instagram, but that's a separate thing. I guess I can watch videos on on Instagram on my computer. I don't like using my phone for stuff.
I'm not a big fan of Instagram. I try with the Instagram with getting stuff up, and sometimes it'll be like 3 things within a half an hour, because I'm like, oh, I need to put these things up.
Right.
We're old, so we're not Insta famous or anything like that. But that's okay. We do have an Instagram. I think it's just at Unparalleled Comics. So check that out if you haven't already. We have a following of some of sorts. But Stellar Odyssey is funded. It's ready to, it's almost ready to get to the next step. But
yeah,
pretty excited that this is funded. All 3 issues of Stellar Odyssey have now funded. We've got one more issue in this arc.
Yes.
So, and we're looking to put that out on Kickstarter later this year, probably early fall.
I think so.
And
Dragonfly 2, I think, is going to be July.
This summer, yeah.
So then, let's see, August. It's probably September, maybe early October.
Yeah, we had a schedule at some point.
Mm-hmm. I got it in my notebook. I got it written down in my notebook.
I think we're going to be back on track after, because we launched Stellar Odyssey a little bit later, like maybe a week or so later, and then Operation Eclipse is coming right on the heels of this. So sorry, but we have a lot of stuff in the works. Operation Eclipse is currently being drawn and colored, and we got the first couple pages of colors in the last 2 days, and they're looking terrific. Mm-hmm. I gotta send some money over to Avery before I forget.
Yeah, he continues to improve, man. I mean, he was already good, but now it's like every new page he sends us is like, man, I really gotta. It's gonna take me a while to find some edits on here.
There's one edit on page 1, and it was just I think it was like a mistake, like he just forgot to do it. Did he?
Well, I don't think we ever really clarified that part on Stinger's outfit.
Yeah,
because remember it was like a last minute thing on the we were going to alter her color a little bit. Mm-hmm. So but and then I did the color edits on the cover, and he did it on the interiors, and then my variant cover that we didn't get to use. So
we'll use that. I think I have plans for that one. For a couple things, maybe issue 3 variant, or maybe another issue variant, or maybe because Stinger is going to break off into her own book at some point. That could be the issue 1 cover for her. I don't know.
Oh, that would be cool.
Yeah, I haven't decided yet what I want to do with that. It's too good of a piece to just let sit, So anyway, things are going really good with us so far. Really excited for anybody have any questions. Let me reiterate that every couple minutes. Just let us know in the comments, and we'll flash them up on the screen, and we'll try to answer anything. Have you backed Stellar Odyssey number 3? That's my question for you. Let us know in the comments if you have. If you haven't, you'll have 14 hours left. We're up to 120 backers. That's cool.
Yeah, and if you're thinking about backing it, but you're not sure if you're on the fence, if you have any questions about it, just ask away.
Yep, now's the time. And we're going to show off the Kickstarter as we normally do. Show off what's available. If you have not backed Stellar Odyssey 1 or 2 and you're like, I haven't got the first 2, you can get those as well. We have those available. You can get pretty much any of our comics through this Kickstarter, and we have a website to get them from. Dragonfly's on demand at Indiegogo right now.
Yes.
And I know Operation Eclipse is it called Euclid, or how do you say it?
I don't know. Yeah. Equid.
Yeah. It's like that. It's a weird word.
It is. We need to get we get that little bit of extra money, get the unparalleledcomics.com website up and running.
We need to do something, because I can't pronounce that word, and it's like, where's your comics? Like Equid. Yeah. But so we have all of our stuff available. If you've missed something, if you're wanting to dive in to some unparalleled comics, I mean, let me ask you a question, Jay.
Sure.
Where do you think would be a great place to start if you want to get into unparalleled comics?
Well, if you're into heroes, if you like superheroes and the hero genre, then guess it would have to be Eclipse.
Yeah.
Especially with issue 3 coming up here real soon. I mean, might as well go ahead and get issues 1 and 2, get caught up. Because, I mean, in general, I mean, I think it's a fairly, what's the word? It sets up the style of our hero universe, kind of sets the tone for the universe our heroes live in. I mean, Dragonfly is different, same, but a little different on the spectrum of the storytelling. As far as we see him more with his love interest and getting hassled by law enforcement agencies than Eclipse. And Dragonfly is still at the printers, hasn't come back yet. I mean, you can get the digital, but so Eclipse. If you're into heroes, did I leave my dog outside?
I don't know.
I think I left my dog outside.
Go check. I'll keep.
And then if you're into sci-fi fantasy, then Stellar Odyssey is the place to start. So, yeah, I'm gonna go let my dog in. I can hear her scratching. Hold on.
Yeah, go ahead. Yeah. Just to piggyback what he was saying. Yeah, there's a lot of stuff for just about everybody. Stellar Odyssey #1 especially has 4 different stories. A little bit of horror in there, sci-fi. If you like Star Wars, Star Trek, space exploration, space operas, that's for you. We've got 3 different superhero type books with the Coming Anomalistic, which is Transgenesis now, which you can get. It's going to be all different though in a couple of months, and then we've got Operation Eclipse, which I wrote, I created, and we're getting ready to launch issue 3, and then Dragonfly, which is it's a guy in a mech suit. Basically, there's more to it than that, but I mean, if you haven't seen Dragonfly yet, we'll show some images of him up here in a second. Actually, I'll just go from the Kickstarter, because the Kickstarter has all the good looking images and they're easier to see. But yeah, Dragonfly is a really awesome character. I had the chance to write an issue, the origin issue actually, of Dragonfly, which we'll see at some point.
Issue 5.
Yeah, we better see it. I'm gonna throw a fit.
You're gonna boycott Dragonfly?
Yeah, I did that for free. I'm gonna go ahead and share what Dragonfly is looking like. Hello, everybody! Thank you for tuning in. We appreciate you. Don't forget to hit the share button. Let everybody know we're live and talking comics, because Jay and I—that's the whole reason that we're doing this, is our love for comics more than anything.
Yes, sir.
So just to kind of recap, here's Dragonfly, the character. Really cool looking. This is our fully funded campaign. Some great looking interior art. That's an actual page, a panel from the page.
I love that panel.
Yeah, I do too. Flavio always finds a way. We talk about Flavio all the time. Hope he's in it for the long run here. But there, you can see some of his artwork here. Great colors, just popping off the page. I mean, that left right in front of the Bromo Seltzer building is so cool.
Yeah.
And I don't know if was it my decision for Baltimore? I can't remember. Because I think I saw the building and I was like, that would be cool if that was a headquarters or like his
I think so. Yeah, I think you did. You pointed that tower out first.
Yeah,
because we were like, I know we had a couple cities in mind. We were wanting to go East Coast city that wasn't commonly used in comics. What's up, Bob? What's up, John? Glad you guys could join us. Thanks for the comments.
Thank you. Yeah. The building is a kind of an iconic looking building, and I was like, that how cool would it be if he was jumping out of the clock tower, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah. So, and you get this other page. You can't see my cursor, can you? No. So the page to the left is with him getting his armor. It's just coming out of a backpack surrounding him. Wait till you get Dragonfly in your hands. They'll knock your socks off. And it'll probably be available at Justin's Comics.
Yeah.
I'm guessing. He's usually the first like in-store place to get our comics. And yeah, Dragonfly was fully funded back in March, was it? Yeah. No.
Yeah.
February. Oh, look at that.
Sorry, I don't mean to interrupt you, but remind me sometime during the stream to talk about free comic book day.
Oh.
I got some news on that.
You just have to find out, but yes, there is. There absolutely is. I told Jay I'm bringing Dragonfly to St. Louis at some point.
Yeah, and
Is the card on here somewhere?
Yeah,
that's right there. You can barely see it. But
yeah, it's small. It depending on production schedule, we might.
There he is.
Hey,
Hey,
Flavio, what's
Flavio,
up, man?
Yes.
We might actually see Eclipse show up with Dragonfly in another book first, Anomalistic.
How dare you tell people that? No, yeah. Just wait. Anomalistic's I mean, you can kind of pre-game Anomalistic by getting your hands on Transgenesis, but Anomalistic is gonna just melt everybody's brains, I think, especially when we get to issue 5.
Oh yeah,
man, it's gonna melt minds, and trust me, Jay's doing all the interiors on that book. I'm writing issues 2 through 5. Issue 1, I did some
edits.
There's a couple extra pages I added into it. Jay's re-inking over his own pencils, which is awesome, and we're gonna get our guy Avery to color it, so it's gonna look really, really good. And I would get Transgenesis now, because once they're gone, that's it. They're done.
Yeah, there's only I don't even know if there's 100 copies left.
There we go.
Hey,
if you don't have Transgenesis, get yourself a copy.
Once, there's no more printed copies of Transgenesis coming. There were only 1,000 printed to begin with, and they're almost all gone. And
there's not many with the Unparalleled logo on it. That's the other thing. It was originally published under a different publisher.
Yeah.
So ultra rare if you get the Transgenesis with the Unparalleled logo.
Yeah.
But yeah, we got a lot going on, a lot of good stuff. We got Mr. Flavio kicking butt on Dragonfly. He's done some good work on. Well, he did some stuff from Stellar Odyssey #1. He did some Eclipse drawings. I mean, he's just.
Yeah, he did the first 6 pages of Attila Banks story, and that was in issue 1, the little 6-page short.
Yeah.
He did Dragonfly, obviously. He's done some great pinup work for us for all our books.
Mm-hmm.
And he has already turned in 6 inked pages for Dragonfly #2.
And we can't show those to you because that'd be spoiler territory.
Ooh, they're looking sweet, though. I'm excited because we finally get to go inside Soldano's cellar and see the little
and that is a
modern day speakeasy.
For a long time.
Yeah, I know. I've been so excited about that. Yep, get to go there and see Kana on stage performing jazz, and get to see. Well, I don't think we meet Atano Cusinelli quite yet, but we do meet his counterparts with Vincent Soldano and Don Mastiff.
Don Mastiff, yeah.
But,
it's going to be a cool book, man. The deeper you get into Dragonfly, the cooler it gets. I mean, issue 1 is really good. A lot of great visuals from Flavio, and they wouldn't be there if it wasn't for Brian Hawkins. And I think Black Cotton #2 came out today, by the way.
Yeah.
And then, once you get to issue 5, it's going to be the best of all the comics because I wrote it, but whatever. No, but I think Dragonfly. I think we're doing something kind of special with Anomalistic and Dragonfly and Operation Eclipse. I'm not saying too much about Operation Eclipse because it's mine, and of course I think it's great. But I think we are doing something kind of special. It's going to be a lot of fun a couple years down the road when we're deep into these characters, and we have a lot of stories to tell. Especially Anomalistic, you've got the jumping off story, which is really great. Then the second and third arcs that you're talking about doing with getting into kind of like the Jinn, the Jinn.
Oh yeah,
that one. Man, there's a lot of cool stuff. Jay and I have been talking about this stuff for years now. It's been a few years since we've been talking about all this stuff.
Yeah, there's a lot. Yeah, there's a lot of stuff planned for Anomalistic. I can't wait to get into the whole demon sword and the Mothman type of character, skinwalkers.
Thank you, John. Yeah, there's a lot of cool. Jay's really into, not just cryptozoology, but like
supernatural and paranormal.
Yeah, there's this whole documentary he sent me about the Skinwalker Ranch out. Where is that? Is that out in Arizona?
It's
New Mexico.
It's up. I think it's Utah,
Hmm.
but I think it's trying to remember if it's the northern corner of Utah or if it's like the four corner.
Oh, yeah,
So it's up in Utah.
it's a cool documentary that you could find on YouTube. It's like
Yeah.
I think it's 20 minutes or so. It's really cool.
Yeah,
But
it's on I think it's on Prime. It might be on Amazon Prime as well.
yeah, so there are a lot of cool stuff that we're going to delve into with Anomalistic and Operation Eclipse, and it's going to be fun. And then, of course, there's Stellar Odyssey, which there's so much more going on in that universe than just what we've got so far. If you got issue one, that's just like not even the tip. That's the tip of the tip of the tip. Like there's like I know with the Knights of Bellaterra story, I know how big that is.
Yeah,
But then there's also Vagabond Blues, the main
yeah,
title, where we're gonna put like just the outlying characters kind of in there. We've got just like I mentioned to Scott Weldon about what he asked about. It's kind of like Clone Wars, the cartoon,
yeah,
where it doesn't follow one character like Batman the animated series does. It kind of bounces, from Anakin and Obi-Wan to the clones to Ahsoka to whoever, and that's what the Stellar Odyssey main title, which Stellar Odyssey number 3 is right now, is kind of like the Clone Wars is going to bounce around. Like issue 5 is not going to follow Attila and his crew and those bounty hunters. We're going to do something a little bit different, and then issue 6 might be different. It's going to be a giant space opera with all kinds of moving parts, basically.
yeah.
Yeah. Yes, we got another comment from Jonathan. He says, "Yeah, Stellar Odyssey has so much going on." Yeah, that's why we did. First of all, that's why we did an anthology, was to try to set up some of these characters and stories, especially the first 3 stories. Uh, I wanted to set up the Knights of Bellaterra, which is the second issue. The first issue, or the first story, is the 2 main characters from Knights of Bellaterra and Vagabond Blues, JC and Mason.
Yep.
And then it branches off from there. We actually thought about going back and re-editing Stellar Odyssey number 1, getting rid of the last story, and adding more of a JC-centric story, because he just kind of disappears after the first 6 pages, and that's not fair to the reader.
No, it's not fair to JC either.
No, not at all. And he's got an interesting story, all his own, that it might take some time to get to, but it's going to be worth it.
Yeah. Yeah, while we're talking about it, so I will say, so Vagabond Blues, when we get there, JC Legend is the main character. Well, there's 2 main characters, but essentially JC is the main character. And it's Vagabond Blues. It's kind of the title itself is kind of a homage to Cowboy Bebop. The blues part, so the Vagabond is because JC gets lost in space and he's trying to find his way home. So he's kind of a wandering vagabond. But the blues part, so it's double with giving a nod to music and blues music and just music in general, but also blues, because JC's character is going to be like a representative of struggle with depression. So he represents depression, struggle with depression. He's in the beginning, he's tied to the past. He's stoic in nature. He has a hard time letting go of the past, and since he gets separated from his love in Kaya, he laments about the past and what could have been a lot and this and that, and plus he's lost in space and wants to get back home. So there's that whole aspect of it, and that's why he's also dressed in gray and blue, because he represents depression. But then his lover Kaya, who is on the other side of the universe and is trying to start a journey to try to find him, she represents hope. And so she puts together a little crew to help her traverse across the galaxy in hopes of finding JC. So it's like depression and hope, and two lovers that are separated by galaxies trying to find each other.
Yeah, I was telling him one day I heard the song from Pink Floyd, "Wish You Were Here," and it made me really think about the two characters whenever I heard it. And you kind of, I don't know, you got to listen to the song, but yeah, it's going to be interesting. We've got a question: are the Stellar Odyssey characters going to get standalone books? Kind of. Depends on, first of all, with Attila Banks, he actually goes into Vagabond Blues.
Yeah.
He's going to end up popping up in there. But I guess the Knights of Bellaterra story, I'll pull up these two. That's their book, Mason and Ryan. There'll be all new characters you'll get to find in this book. By the way, I just had this on here already. It was it
was just ready to go.
It was ready to go, yeah. And then we're going to see in Stellar Odyssey, we're going to see more with this guy here, Shay.
Oh yeah, another Knight of Bellaterra.
This one here. So I mean, not necessarily solo books, but they're going to have like solo or their own kind of story arcs that we're going to get to explore throughout the pages. I mean, honestly, the two I just showed, these two are going to show up in Knights of Bellaterra. If I know he will. He's already in there, but I gotta get to play with her a little bit because she's a really cool character. Try not to cuss as much. I cuss too much. But yeah, I mean, Stellar Odyssey is going to be fun because it's something that we'll be able to use to even launch new characters. Like, there's a character I have called Vartak that I really like, who we're playing with, and one of Jay's characters named Hollander, right?
Yeah.
So those two are going to be like rival bounty hunters, and there's going to be the whole idea behind the issue that I'm talking about writing is they're like rivals, and they keep like running into each other, and there's a lot of static. So yeah, there's gonna be a lot of cool stuff. We're gonna get to meet so many new characters, so many new places too. Yeah, Jay,
Here's Hollander right there. He's a bad boy, bad man. So that's Hollander, another one of my bounty hunters, and he's in that issue that Ray's writing that he was just talking about. So it's going to be this guy in competition against one of Ray's bounty hunters. They're going after the same bounty. They're competing for the same reward, and who's going to get it? There's another little sketch I did of Hollander, and here's some with his helmet off. He looks like this with his little facial tattoos. My camera did the autofocus, but so yeah. So we had Stellar Odyssey. The main title will go in and out, focusing on different characters. So like right now, it's Attila Banks' story. He's the main character we're following, but then it's gonna when his arc is over, we're gonna shift. We're gonna have the one shot with the two bounty hunters, possibly another one shot being currently talked about, and then I think it could change, but I think when we come back from the two one shots, we'll be doing like I don't know, it could be a 2 or 3 issue story arc of Tasia and Shay, the two characters that Ray was just showing.
Yeah, and you'll get a little bit of what they mean to each other in this current arc of Stellar Odyssey. So that's why you need to back, if you haven't backed, issue 2 and 3 really more than anything. I mean, issue 1 is just as important because it's the beginning of the Attila Banks story. Well, going into this because it just, piggybacks from the issue 1, but an issue 1's so cool because you kind of get to know the other characters.
Yeah, it kind of gives you it's like a sampler. Kind of gives you feel out the universe, and not just one group of characters or one specific location. You kind of get a little bit broader brushstroke on what Stellar Odyssey is going to be.
Yeah, and who knows? Maybe we'll do another anthology one of these days. I don't know.
Yeah.
anything's possible. There's a lot going on in our heads, a lot going on behind the scenes, and just trying to put out some good stuff that hopefully people like and resonates with people. And so, real fast, well, if you want, we can go over Stellar Odyssey real fast with the Kickstarter.
Yeah, let's do that.
Because we've got 13 hours to go, 120 backers, which is pretty awesome.
$52 away from another stretch goal too.
Anytime you can reach over 100 people, you got to feel pretty happy about that.
Yeah.
All right. Here it is. If you joined us late, you missed the trailer, but maybe we'll play it again. But yeah, as you can see, we're sitting at $21.98 on 120 from 120 backers. 13 hours left to go, but we are funded. So pretty awesome. It's awesome. Another thing that you might want to point out is all 3 issues of Stellar Odyssey, both issues of Operation Eclipse, and the issue 1 of Dragonfly, all funded without a problem.
Yep.
So that's really that means a lot to. Well, I can't speak for Jay, but it means a lot to me.
Of course, it means a lot to me as well.
So here's Stellar Odyssey. We're not going to read that, but here. Go to the Kickstarter to read it. We've been talking about what's been going on, right?
Yeah,
that's
a summary of pretty much what we've been talking about.
Mm-hmm. But you get to see some of Elton's interiors with Avery's colors, and boy, this guy he knows depths, doesn't he?
Oh man, he's amazing. When I was at the comic book shop tonight, on the other side of the shop I go to, they got section of shelves that's this week's books, and then at the end it's recent graphic novels, and they had Animosity Year 3 graphic novel hardcovers sitting there. I was like, ooh, nice. And as I'm picking it up, whose name is one of the names across the top? Elton Tomasi. I'm like, yes, this is one of the volumes that Elton illustrated. Man, I flipped through that book. Gorgeous.
Really cool that he's also working with us.
Yeah.
Boy, his line work is so good.
Man, and yeah, issue 3, the one that's on Kickstarter now, his artwork, like he really ramped it up on this issue. Like even Avery, when I was, messaging with him last week, he's like, sorry, it's taking me a little bit longer than normal to get these pages done, but the artwork went from an 8 to an 11. He's like, he really stepped it up this issue.
Yeah, he did. He really did. This is one of the things I like about his art is you could almost not put colors on this and it's still going to look amazing.
Yeah, that's one thing people don't know. They don't notice when they're looking at the colors is Elton puts a lot of gray tones and different zip tones and gray tones, and yeah, he does it up nice.
So here's a variant cover from Jay, and that is a character I created. His name is Shea Horus. He's a Knight of Bellaterra. And you can actually see Jay ink this on our YouTube channel.
Yeah.
Go subscribe. And hit the like button. Really, really cool looking cover. We haven't had a cover that's like a close-up of somebody's face before. So this is kind of new and really cool.
Yeah, I thought about that because, man, I struggled with – I had several different ideas on what I wanted to do for this variant cover, and I was doing thumbnails. Thank you. Thanks, Bob. That's nice. Oh, yeah. You'll have to post a pic when you finally get it and put it on your wall. Post a pic on Twitter for me. Yeah, I went back and forth. I was doing thumbnails. I'm like, I could do this. I could do that. And I thought about it, and I'm like, I just really thought about – I watched a video by David Finch on cover designs. And I was like, what if I just go with the basic shape, do a design layout with just using the basic shapes, triangles, which if you look, his head is triangular. Now it's pointing down. But then if you look at his cape that comes around his neck, that's also kind of repeats the same angle. And then his little medallion and the sword coming down reiterates that same angle, repeats that triangle. So I'm like, you know what? I'll just do this. I'll do a close up of a face. I haven't drawn a close up on a face for a while. I do basic layout design of shapes, do that triangle, and yeah, I liked it. I'm happy with the way it turned out.
Yeah, it's really cool, and the colors look really great on there as well. I love the blade of the sword to get a really close up look of what.
Oh yeah, what Abe did to it.
Yeah. Oh man, it looks so cool, and you can tell even more that it's not a lightsaber.
Mm-hmm.
You heard that early on about their swords; they're not lightsabers. Anyway, it's a great looking, and then the main cover, of course, Elton did.
Yes, the Swordsman and the Gunslinger. I
So,
like that spaghetti western and the mix of sci-fi and fantasy. You got a cowboy getting ready to draw his firearm, and then you got that space knight with his sword, and they're getting ready to duel it out.
yeah, it's really cool. And some interiors. Got this great looking two page spread here.
Oh yeah.
I mean, look at the close ups you got of the Attila's guns in the holster and his hands getting ready to draw. You got the close up of the hand on the hilt, the eye of Attila, and then close up of Shay. He's got it's a spoiler. I can't say what he's got, but yeah, it's and then you got the other two in the background. It's really cool. There's some other pages. These aren't in order, I don't believe, right?
So it's page 1 and then 2 and 3. The 2-page spread is pages 2 and 3, and then we jump to page 8 and 9.
Yeah. So, but still, you get a good look at the bounty hunters, Tasia. Tell them about the crew.
The bounty hunter crew.
Yeah, I mean, we've talked about them before, of course, but yeah, give them an idea of who each one is. I had the bigger image of that. Just a second.
Yeah. So let's see. So the guy in the green and yellow, that's it's kind of apparent to be the leader here. That's Gravelock. He is right on. So he's an unknown species of his origin is unknown. We don't really know what species he is because he's never really been seen out of his armor. He's known for always capturing his bounty. He always brings the bounty in, and he was hired by Rongnalia, who is the one behind the bounty on Attila's head. We'll find out in issue 4 why, but he wants Attila really bad. It's personal. So he hired one of the most notorious bounty hunters in our galaxy that's known for getting his bounty. He enlisted the help of a few other bounty hunters to help bring in Attila. He knows Attila and his reputation. So then we got the female character with the blue hair. That's Tasia Katu. She was there we go. Yeah. All right. So Tasia Katu is in the back there in this picture. She is a former Knight of Bellaterra that's fallen from grace, turned bounty hunter. And right in front of her, holding the big gun and the strap of ammo across his chest, that is Onyx Orion. He is not the brightest crayon in the box. It's not the sharpest knife in the drawer, but he's tough as nails. You can look at his face. During one encounter with a bounty he was trying to capture, he had half his face blown off. Had a jaw blown off. One of his eyeballs is gone. Part of his head is gone, but he's still ticking. He's still hunting. And actually now he's got that cybernetic eye, which gives him an advantage on his kill shots. Then in front of him, we've got Grim Ruckus. Grim Ruckus is of the same alien race that Shay Oris is. And fun little fact is he at one point was a tyrant. He was a tyrannical warlord that ruled their home planet, and Shay Oris grew up underneath his tyranny, and that is one of the reasons that made Shay want to become a Knight of Bellaterra. And then, of course, there was a coup d'etat. He was overthrown, banished from the planet, and so now he wanders the galaxy as a bounty hunter. And then back got Gravelock up there in the front that I already talked about.
Some really, really cool designs. Did he complete the bounty?
Oh man,
action figures. God.
Man, you said it, man. I would love to see these in action figures.
Yeah, we keep getting requests for Funko Pops too.
Yeah, man. Yeah, get some more support. We can make that happen.
We needs the cash. So yeah, here's the creative team behind Stellar Odyssey number 2 and 3. Brian Hawkins is the writer. Elton Tomasi is the interior illustrator. Avery Ferdinand on colors, and Francisco Zamora is doing letters. He's the bottom two have done pretty much everything with us.
Yeah, so the dynamic duo.
Yeah, so stretch goals we're already past. I think 3 of them, really.
3 of them, yeah. So all backers, everyone who backs this Kickstarter, will get digital copies of Harlan Buck Free Sword. I believe Scott said that was the third issue in the series, right?
Yeah. He said it was a better jump off point.
Yeah. So also Rumble Kings number 1, which if you like fantasy, and actually, he's got some sci-fi elements in there too. Mm-hmm. It's kind of sci-fi fantasy. Great
in Stellar Odyssey, honestly.
Great book. Harlan Buck, if you don't know Harlan Buck Free Sword, that's a great fantasy kind of what would you say? Yeah, kind of not really kind of like old pulpy, not necessarily Conan the Barbarian, but kind of.
He just finally added some characters with magic.
Yeah,
cool. Yeah,
but that's a great book. That's a great series, and he's put out 8 issues of that. Mm-hmm. Rumble Kings, I thoroughly enjoyed. Issue 3 just came out. As a matter of fact, I was waiting. I couldn't wait. Usually, I don't read digital comics. I'm a physical comic guy. I like to hold my comics and read them. I get the digital rewards. I save them in my Dropbox, but rarely do I read digital comics. So I read issues 1 and 2. Could not wait for my physical copy to come in. I had to read the digital comics. So I actually read the digital issue 3 for Rumble Kings. Mm-hmm. But all backers get issue 1 digital copy. Killaroo Scars. Killaroo just ended a campaign on Kickstarter that freaking killed it. I forget what his end. He's in Australia, so it was Australian dollars, but I think he made over 13,000 Australian dollars. That book kills. And if you are a physical reward backer, you will get the 1-inch pin, metallic metal pin of Attila Banks.
Yeah.
We're over 100 backers, so all physical reward backers will get the special trading card of Rongnalia. He's a militant leader. He is the one that put the bounty on Attila's head. He's the one who hired the bounty hunters. We get just small glimpses of him in issues 2 and 3. Issue 4, we will see a lot of him and find out exactly what his personal vendetta against Attila Banks is. So you get that special trading card if you are a physical reward backer. Also, we crossed 2,000. So physical rewards. Oh, also with the 100 backers, I made this stretch goal graphic before the another bonus reward was finalized. So also with the 100 backers, the 100 backer level, all backers get a digital copy of Astral Genesis.
That's right.
Award-winning 128-page digital comic, sci-fi. So bam. So you got the 3 comics that I've mentioned first, and you get 128-page digital, basically a graphic novel. You get a digital graphic novel. So we've also crossed 2,000. So all physical reward backers will get the metal pin of Sekhem, the ferocious kitty cat sidekick of Attila Banks. Pound for pound, one of the fiercest warriors in the galaxy. She stands at only like 5'6", but she is pound for pound. She is a fierce warrior. And we are, let me double check. We were only $52 away from, I think we should, if we can go over $52 in the next 13 hours. Damn, I hope we make at least another $52 in 13 hours. But then everyone that gets physical rewards will also get the pin of Link. So
yeah, if
we're
we get
about to
there,
complete
we'll
the trio.
Yeah, you get a whole trio, which would be cool.
Yeah, get all the smugglers, the whole smuggling crew. And if by chance we get over the $2,500 mark, which isn't that far of a stretch. I mean, we could make it there. We're going to add 4 more pages to the printed comic.
Yep.
Source book material. You get a little...
kind of like what you saw in Operation Eclipse #1 if you got the physical copy.
Yep. So you'll have little images of my character designs for each character, a little bio on them, some background information that you might not know just from reading the comics. So that would be really cool to be able to.
That's 4 pages, 2 characters per page. So yeah,
exactly. So 8 character bios.
Yeah, I love those. Eventually we're going to put together like a whole unparalleled source book.
Yeah.
So and then again, we said this at the top. If you don't have issue 1 and 2, you can get them here.
Yes.
There's all 3 issues right there, looking very pretty. It's funny. I look at this and they're so different.
From cover to cover.
Well, you can tell, like looking at it. Well, issue 1's its own thing, but issue 2 and 3 are definitely in the same story. You know.
Yeah. Yeah.
Which I think is cool.
Absolutely.
So, the soundtrack.
Oh, yeah, the soundtrack. Yeah, I keep forgetting to mention that. So, yeah, I mean, that was everyone that backed on day 1 gets that for free, added to their digital rewards. It's also available as an add-on if you missed, if you didn't get to back on day 1, you can add that for $5. It's, I think it's about roughly 20 to 30 minutes of music.
Perfect for the read time.
And yeah, perfect for the amount of time it takes to read the comic. Perfect background music to have playing while you read the comic. No lyrics, no vocals. It's all instrumentals. It's epic. It's
the song from the trailer's on there too.
Yeah, the song if you watch the trailer, that song is on the soundtrack. And many more just like it.
Really cool.
Similar.
And there are the pinups. You forgot one, which is it's the cover, the variant cover, but some really cool pinups.
Or maybe not. Maybe I'm drawing something different for that pinup.
Keeping secrets from me. So yeah, I mean, you have the issue 3 cover, and then you've got Dexter, or my good friend Dexter. We did a pinup of Shay.
Knocked it out of the park as usual.
What do we expect from him? He's one of the best, in my opinion. And then Flavio, another one of the best, because we like to surround ourselves with talented people.
I love that piece.
I do too. I like that she just looks very carefree. I said it before.
Yeah, just dragging them electric swords behind her down the alleyway or whatever.
It's like she's just looking for a fight.
Yeah, it does.
You know, I picture her walking down the street and everybody, hiding behind something. They're getting going. It's time to get inside. She's coming. Tasha's coming. Yeah. I really like that. That's one I'd like to get 11 by 17 for myself.
And the color palette that Avery chose for that, man, it really works for me. I mean, you got the purples and the blues and the kind of the reds in there, but then the greens on the side make everything pop out. And I didn't notice this until earlier tonight. I was setting this up. Oh, nice. Second. Cool. Somebody ordered a commission a second. I forget who it was. In the background of the city buildings, there's like a statue. It almost looks like King Kong or something. There's like a statue of a face or something. And there's like lights are shining out of the eyeballs. I was like, whoa, I didn't notice that before.
That's really cool.
Yeah.
And then, of course, Jay has a secret.
I have lots of secrets, but.
And then trading cards. I noticed, I guess Bob is the Tarks. He said he loves trading cards. And yeah, me too, buddy.
Oh, yeah.
We've got trading cards galore. 5 more to add to the original 3 from issue 2.
Yes, and so if for anyone that gets these 5 trading cards, when you add the Rangalia card, since we're over 100 backers, that's 6 new cards.
That's 1 full sheet for Stellar Odyssey if you get those plastic sheets.
Yeah, you're right.
I mean, we do have the what was it, 4 original ones?
4 original, which was an alternate card of Attila Banks,
Second and Mason and Ryan, right?
Mason and Ryan, and no, it was Tasia, but it was yellow. Yeah, it was Tasia, but it was with the yellow instead of that light blue.
Mm-hmm.
So, and those were blank on the back side. These are going to all have stats and bios on the back. 2-sided trading cards.
Yeah, very cool stuff. I love the trading cards. There's the original ones there. If you missed them, you can always add on.
Mm-hmm. And we've had several people add the ones from issue 2 on.
Grab yourself a T-shirt. You got 2 choices. You got the issue 3. I always want to say issue 2 because it's the second issue in the story arc.
Yeah.
Issue 3 cover art. I like the way you designed this shirt with the logo, the Stellar Odyssey popping out of the logo with the box. We kind of ran with that, the boxing, haven't we?
Yeah.
Looks really cool.
I was tempted to add a shirt option.
Do we not have 4X shirts available? It's just 3X. Yeah.
I don't think I looked. You know what? If anybody wants the shirt and they want 4XL, you know what? Here, I'll pull up while we're chatting. I'll pull up our not that. I'll pull up our Teespring.
See if it's available.
Yeah, see if we can get that in 4XL. I think there are 4XLs, but I think the colors are more limited. Yeah, I'm not logged in. Make me log into my account.
Oh, excuse me. that could have been really loud.
You burping over there?
I did. I haven't had a soda in like 2 weeks, and I'm having one right now. It's making me burp.
I've been drinking too much soda. I've been trying to quit. I have like 1 a day, but I've been trying to.
Oh, which shirt did you grab, Bob? Did you get the cover shirt or the Unparalleled shirt? Because either one is super cool. I can't wait till the day that I walk around and see somebody randomly wearing an Unparalleled comic shirt.
Yeah,
that would be so cool.
Like, hey.
I've seen, not Unparalleled, but I've seen people wearing Horror Syndicate shirts like at Horror Hound comic conventions. I thought that was cool, which you'd be happy to see that because you designed the logo. But
yeah,
I love seeing people wear our stuff. Or supporter, I'd be happy with a black. Yeah, a black is the most common color anyway, generally when it comes to these T-shirts.
Yeah.
So I wouldn't be surprised. Now, if you can get a T-shirt, Jonathan, which one are you going to get? Are you going to get the logo or are you going to get the cover? Either way, you're winning. So
yeah,
you can get a shirt. Eventually, we're going to have so many different colors in shirts. Also, Jay had sketch cards available, right?
Only on the collector tier. I get Bounty Hunters. That one.
Yeah, that one you get the PDF, the printed copy, the variant copy, all 4 pinups, the trading card set, the T-shirt, sketch card, and the soundtrack, and your name on the thank you list.
Yes,
that's how you get a sketch card on this one.
Yeah, it's like they have 4XL and 5XL, but I think it depends on the color. Let me just. Okay, yeah, they do. If so, yeah. If anyone out there is watching, if you want a shirt and you need a 4XL or a 5XL, I can make it happen.
There you go.
So if you pick that reward or do it as an add-on, just message me. Say I got the shirt, but I need a 4XL, or I got the shirt, I need a 5XL, and then I'll let you know which colors.
Hey, he wants both. Let's get
Oh,
the man a shirt
all
or
right.
two. I think you can get the tier that's got the shirt and then do an add-on and maybe leave a note. Is that what you need to do, Jay?
Yeah, just message me on there or leave a note. Let me, or you can message me on Facebook. John, we're friends on Facebook, so you can message me on Facebook.
By the way, this is what you see on our YouTube channel. By the way, is this Jay sketching out Shay?
Yeah. So yeah, I did the inks on Facebook, thinking that I could just because you used to be able to download the videos.
Yeah.
I couldn't download the video, or at
I
least
don't know. Facebook's getting weird about the video thing.
yeah.
I mean, you could probably stream from this if you wanted to on Facebook and YouTube at the same time.
What are we on? Streamlabs? Oh, StreamYard.
Yeah.
Okay, I tried Streamlabs the other day, and with the free account, you can only stream to one platform at once. I had to get like a premium account to be able to do two. So, yeah, maybe I'll do StreamYard next time or from now on.
Yeah. Worst comes to, I can, as long as it's not on a Thursday, you can probably use mine. I just get it set up and you let me know when you're done.
Right on.
I do that easy. But yeah, you could. This is reason enough to subscribe to our YouTube channel. You get to see Jade getting work done. Also available are original pages from issue 1 here. Oh, that video is still playing. I can hear your voice. Let me pause that. All right. And then, yeah, original pages. I've seen these up close and personal, and they are beautiful.
Thank you.
Yeah. Especially that panel right there.
So,
which one I'm pointing at?
Oh, yeah. So, John, if you're still watching, the Unparalleled logo shirt, 4XL, I think damn near every color. That's available. Tells me it's available in every color.
There you go. Get you a shirt or two.
Oh, hold on. Now when I switch, all right, it's not in the smoke gray. What other colors are on there?
It was
the red,
gray, the red for Unparalleled, and then it was like a blue, like a light blue.
So it is available 4XL and 5XL in the red, and 4XL on the blue, but the smoke gray, no.
Yeah.
And I don't know if that's just
blue and red.
It depends on what they have in stock, or just certain colors. They only make certain sizes.
I think it's the different brands of T-shirts they offer different brands for the T-shirts. Okay. So it could be something along those lines. Because I ran into that with the horse and the kid stuff. Because we got a lot of people that want 4X and they're not available in every color. And it's like, I don't run Teespring. I don't know what to tell you. But anyway. Yeah, so get yourself a couple shirts, man. It'll be awesome. Everybody should have. Everybody but one person should have an Unparalleled Comics T-shirt.
I know who that person is.
You know what I'm talking about. My ex-girlfriend has like every one of them we've released just about.
Yeah.
She has. I know she's got all the Eclipse shirts. She's got a few logo shirts. I know she got a hoodie, an Eclipse hoodie. So pretty cool stuff. They're really actually pretty comfortable too. Because I've got a few. I just reordered Operation Eclipse, 2 Operation Eclipse shirts because Reynolds wanted one. My son wanted one with the logo with the Eclipse on it, the Millionaire Eclipse. He's like, "Can I get that?" I was like, "Yeah, of course you can." So, yeah, we've got a lot of cool stuff. I can't wait. Seriously, one day that maybe at MightyCon when that starts back up, we'll see somebody walking around with one of our shirts on. Like, do you even know what we do?
I'm glad we're using Teespring now because their shirts are more comfortable and better
Yeah.
quality than what we were getting with
Way better quality.
T Public.
Plus, their shipping turnaround's a lot better. I like Teespring overall. We should have went with them in the beginning because I used them originally with the Horror Syndicate, and I wanted to try something new. And so he was like, "Oh, try T Public," and T Public. The thing I don't like about T Public is number one, you can't set prices. So if you want to buy an unparalleled shirt on your own without going to Kickstarter, we have a storefront on Teespring where you can pick any shirt, a Dragonfly shirt or Eclipse shirt.
We've got hoodies. Yeah, we've got hoodies, long sleeves.
We got all kinds of stuff.
Yeah.
Tumblers, I think. You see there? Yeah, I was gonna say there's tumblers now too.
Yeah, I gotta put some tumblers up there. And coming soon, baseball caps.
Yeah, so there's all kinds of stuff you can get, not just T-shirts. If you go just our Teespring store,
and I think there's a couple tote bags on there.
Mm-hmm. All kinds of good stuff. You can order pretty much anything you want, and we're gonna keep loading the store up with stuff and the thing is, we get to set the prices. T Public, you can't. They have sales for like $13.99 once in a blue moon, but everything's set at like $22 or something like that.
Yeah,
and we're not trying to like make it. And honestly, we wouldn't even make that much money off that. It's $2 per shirt that we made from T Public. I don't know what it is with Teespring, but
we're making roughly about the same, but our prices
are lower.
They're lower. Yeah. If anyone that orders like a standard T-shirt off Teespring, I think we got them set at $15.98.
Yeah, and also we can every now and again, if we wanted to run a special discount for anybody who wants to get a shirt, we can do that. You can't do that with T Public.
Right. So
that's not that you guys need to know all that stuff, but there you go.
We'll do that for our Patreon.
So free comic book day.
Free comic book day. Yeah, thanks for reminding me. So, got a stack of comics, printed comics, Transgenesis that will be given out for free comic book day if you're local and can make it to the shop. So sorry, it's a personal in-store appearance thing. Or actually, we'll post it we'll post a link on our site for digital copies, but if you're watching this, you probably already have Transgenesis. But so we'll have some at Justin's Comics. I'm not exactly sure what Justin's doing as far as in-store appearances or whatever he's got going on. But I talked to Fantasy Shop St. Charles today.
Justin will likely have a 90% off everything sale.
Oh man! So we'll have to at least stop in there and buy a bunch of stuff.
Yeah.
So Fantasy Shop St. Charles, they're going to do a big thing outside, food trucks.
Nice.
Big thing.
Now, what day is this? June. So like
August 14th.
Oh, it's August.
Yeah.
Oh man.
I believe I took a flyer. I was like, I got time, but I believe it was August.
Yeah, August 14th.
Yeah,
that's Saturday.
It's a Saturday. Yeah, so I think that's right. I think that date's right. So yeah, big thing in the parking lot. Food trucks, lots of people outside grabbing free comics and talking nerdy shit.
Social distancing. Actually, things might not be all that bad by then.
Yeah, well, most people will probably be vaccinated by then.
Yeah, I'm going this week.
I'm using this alcohol to vaccinate.
Yeah, so I'm excited. We're finally going to be getting back to having free comic book day. That's one of my favorite days of the year. We've always had a good time meeting fans, meeting new fans. I tried drawing some sketch cards. That was a train wreck.
Hey, somebody stole one off the table.
It was one of mine too.
Yeah.
I was going to take it home and give it to my son.
You thought nobody wanted your sketch cards, but someone stole one. They wanted it so bad.
It's because everybody loves Jason Voorhees. So yeah, here it is. This is the official logo.
Oh,
Free
nice.
Comic Book Day, celebrating 20 years. I didn't realize.
Wow.
20 years of Free Comic Book Day coming up on August 14th. And it sounds like Jay, at least, I probably will be too, will be at one of these locations. at some point during that day.
Yes. Yeah.
Sounds good to me because we can get some what is that burger place, Smash Burger, like we
Smash
did a couple
Burger.
years
That's
ago.
it's on the other side of the parking lot there.
Yeah, man, that place is really good.
I got excited when he said food trucks. I'm like,
Oh yeah, you did say food trucks, didn't you?
food
Yeah,
trucks. I'm like,
screw
all
that.
right.
Screw that. I'll get some. Yeah, food trucks are even better. Let's see. What's your guys' biggest inspiration on in comics that influenced you your work the most? For me, the writing, the writings of Jeff Johns and Jeff Loeb. Reading. So I started writing years ago, and I read a lot of John Ostrander's stuff with Suicide Squad back in the '80s and '90s, late '80s, early '90s, and I really liked what he was doing. And then I read his stuff on Star Wars Legacy that was really just outstanding, and that's what inspired me to write Stellar Odyssey and create that. But it was originally Star Wars, and then I removed all the Star Wars and made it my own thing. But when it comes to Eclipse, I really Jeff Loeb was my biggest inspiration. He wrote The Long Halloween, and that was by far my favorite Batman story ever, still is. And then I really like Jeff Johns too because he can take any character and make them good, like Aquaman. And I like the way he crafts stories. He might be an asshole, but he's a good writer. He hates Batman. Anyway, that's me.
So for me, what initially got me hooked on comics was the X-Men in the 80s, mid to late 80s. X-Men and then X Factor, Mark Silvestri, Wolverine, the Wolverine the first Wolverine solo series. That's what initially just got me hooked and had me fall in love with comics. Since then, it's it's expanded. Like the whole image comics when they launched and that revolution. Todd McFarlane, Jim Lee, Will Portaccio, all those guys. Artistically, now I would say my biggest influences are always Mark Silvestri,
Mm-hmm. The good ones.
David Finch. Lennel Yu.
There's one more I'm waiting for you to say.
Jerome Pena and Travis Charest. And I'm probably forgetting. I'm sure there's someone else I'm forgetting because there's so many.
I think you're starting to take some not maybe not exactly. It's not represented in your art itself, but like I know you look at lines from artists like your boy Matteo Scalera.
Oh yeah,
and artists like that. And what's the Ryan Murphy? Is it Ryan Murphy?
Oh, Sean Murphy.
Sean Murphy, yeah. And I know you really dig those guys and pay attention. And that one dude you follow on YouTube, I'm
Richard Friend.
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of guys that I think influence you that you may not realize, but like when I see some of the stuff you turn in, it's like I'm starting to see a lot of these guys come out in your work in different ways, shading techniques. I don't have an eye for art. I'm starting to kind of grow one a little bit.
Yeah,
learning from some people and then learning from you. I can see a lot more that I never noticed before.
Yeah, I pick up tidbits from different artists. Like, I might say I like the way this particular artist draws his noses or something.
Mm-hmm.
So I like drawing on that, or I like the way this artist shades certain things, or the way they use different textures for different things, or I take little different things from different artists and then try to use it to get better, but also I'm still trying to develop my own style, or just be myself.
I mean, that you are for sure, and you do have a style all your own. But at the same time, you're absolutely still a student of all these guys. And that's one of the things about being in the comic business, being a creator. Really, is you're not done learning ever. You
No.
know, you get, like with me, it's like sure. I talk honestly. I spoke to John Ostrander and John Jackson Miller, a couple of guys that I really enjoy reading their comics, and you know, and I've read a lot of Jeff John, all DC. I'm a big DC fan, and Dark Horse Star Wars, not Marvel Star Wars fan. That's a mess. Marvel. Anyway, but like I read a lot of these guys. I read a lot of scripts. I've read different books, and there's still stuff that I don't know, and I think I'm getting better. I think my dialogue's definitely getting better because that was rough before. But
I
yeah.
definitely noticed the improvement on Eclipse 2 over Eclipse 1. Not that Eclipse 1 was bad, but
Well,
two,
funny
it's
thing
better.
about that, Eclipse 1, I wrote that years ago. And issue 2, I wrote like shortly after issue 1 funded on Kickstarter. I wrote issue 1 as if I'd never get to do another Eclipse comic ever. You know, just in case. This is what I want to do. Have fun, have some fighting. You know, show some cool characters. And if I can ever make another one, I'll be happy with this one. And
Ninjas.
And then Dexter had to give me a pinup with ninjas, which actually won a contest with Comics Wellspring, that variant cover for Operation Eclipse #2.
That was nice.
It was really cool. And then I love the world that I've created. There's so much that I got. Like I want to. Operation Eclipse is a starting point to a bigger world. It's expanding. It's like what Iron Man was for the MCU, if you will, where it started with one and starts spawning other books. Like I've got a character coming that you'll see at the end of issue 3 of Operation Eclipse, and he's gonna have his own book. I'm gonna say he, and then there's like Rogues Gallery that we're building already. We've already seen like 6 of them, I think, in the first 2 issues.
Yeah.
And there's more. There's 2 more coming in the next issue, and
yeah, I can't wait to see them in that book.
Yeah, and I got to fix the script before Dino gets to those pages, but it's gonna be there's a lot of stuff going on. I have a huge Rogues Gallery for Eclipse because I wanted to write Batman. And I was like, I'm going to make Batman the way I would do it. And I created my own world of villains and good guys and all this. There's so much going on in this story. I can't wait to get to it. After the first arc is over, after issue 5, it's going to get wild. So, yeah, I'm excited about it. I'm excited about myself, I guess. Is that Eclipse #1's ending left so many questions. Couldn't wait for #2 and got me hooked. Yeah, so I got a review after issue 2 that really bummed me out a little bit. It was kind of negative because there were so many questions left unanswered. That's because the guy is not letting the story play out. Like, where'd he come from? Why is he doing this? What's his motivation?
Why is he wearing a cape?
Yeah, why does he wear a cape? It plays out through the course of the story. You'll find out more in issue 3. You'll find out more in issue 4. With indie comics, I didn't want to spend an entire issue on his origin and never see the character. Yeah. My problem with Batman movies, for instance, you see Batman on screen for 17 minutes of a 2-hour runtime. That sucks. I wanted to get Eclipse in there. I wanted the cover. You see the cover. You see Eclipse fighting Edge, and that's what I wanted to see. So I wrote it how I wanted to see, and that's how I wanted to grow fan base. You'll get the reason why he does what he does in issue 3. Yeah. You'll find out what Stinger's all about. You'll find all this stuff out. You just got to let the story play out.
Yeah, when it comes to origins and background stories and stuff like that for characters, I like storytelling that gives it to you in like a trail of breadcrumbs, it's here's a little bit.
Thank you.
On. Here's a little bit more. And then, next, here's a little bit more. Just keep expanding. Yeah, you don't have to spend a whole issue and just put everything out there at once.
Well, there's one comic that I backed on Kickstarter, and it showed this awesome looking character on the cover, and the interior art was looking good, and like you didn't see the whole issue was nothing but this guy doing one thing, and then you see the character on the cover at the very end. It's like, come on, man. That was like, and here we are 3 or 4 years later, and there's no issue 2. It's like that sucked to me. That was like that's a huge letdown with Eclipse. You see him on the cover. I want to see him inside the book. And so
Yeah.
he's on damn near every page in the first issue because that's what I wanted to see. When I got a comic book when I was younger growing up and I didn't see the characters on the front as much, like there was a whole comic issue of Batman and it was one of the coolest covers ever. And inside the book, all he's doing is rock climbing and talking in meetings and stuff. Like, this is stupid. This really bums me out. And I know it's setting stuff up, for another issue, but
Yeah.
like, if I'm going to get an issue, like if I'm going to put out an issue, I want to make sure we see the main characters. When you get Anomalistic #1, you're going to see all these characters. You're going to see Broadsword and Claymore. You're going to see Dragonflies in there. You're going to see all these characters, and it's not just going to be this long, drawn-out origin. The origin stuff will play through. You'll find out things about each character through the storytelling. And this is the way it should be done, in my opinion. You don't need to throw origins right out there because you may lose people, in my opinion. But, whoa, that was awesome. Come on. And that's what happened. I don't know if I'd back that second issue of that book that I was talking about. I won't name it. But, yeah. Thanks, Jonathan. And like he says, it keeps people coming back. I think so. Yeah. I've told Jay this before, but Eclipse is honestly one of my favorite. Yeah, thank you. I appreciate that. And he's going to get cooler. I think he will be. I mean, I've been sitting on this since 2007. And oddly, I created him at a wedding.
Right.
I've told you that story, haven't I?
Yeah.
Yeah. So me and my friends were at a wedding, and I got to be the witness. The person that signs the wedding license, I guess. And all the night they were like, "That's your superhero name, the Witness." And I was like, "Yeah, that's cool," And my buddy Dan was like taking all these pictures at the wedding, and we called him the Mad Snapper. And then my buddy Edgar, who could not stop texting, we call him Texter, and he's in the bunker in issue 2 with Eclipse and Claude, my friend. It's based on my friend Edgar. And so I was like, I'm gonna make a comic out of this, I think. And my friend's like, yeah, you should do it. Eventually I went away from the name of the Witness because it's dumb, and I changed it a little bit and added different characters. The Mad Snapper became Aperture, who's in issue 2 for a hot second, but he'll show up later on as a kind of a main character. If you look at issue 2, he's on like page 4. He's got a camera in his hands.
And he's running to his car.
Yeah, that's Aperture. You'll see more of him later. But yeah, there's so much that I want to do, and it's all started at a freaking wedding. These people are divorced too by now. So just throw that out there. There's a lot of cool stuff that I want to do, and I'm excited that some people like it. Me and Justin Cristelli from Red Knight. If you haven't checked Red Knight, there's 5 issues out. It's a pretty cool book. We're talking about doing a pinup because he's doing a Kickstarter coming up, and maybe doing a little cross promo. And then there's also that book by Phil. Is it Phil Rousset? Rousset. Tragedy coming out, which is another one we were talking about maybe doing some cross promo as well.
Nice.
So there's a lot of cool stuff in indie comics, and Eclipse is just my little corner. Thank you. It's going to get better and better, believe me.
I'm excited for issue 3 now. I've read the script because I'm, reviewing the artwork as it comes in. But man,
there's more emotions in issue 3, and you find out more about some of these characters.
Yeah, issue 3 is going to be great. And I don't know if it's because I guess I've designed just about all the characters that have been in the book so far, but the new pair of villains that's getting ready to pop off in issue 3, man. I don't know. There's something about them that has me stoked.
It started off as one person, a guy named Cross, and he's kind of just an English guy. He's a bounty hunter, and Jay does two
versions. I'm like, which one do you like better?
I was like, I like both. I'm gonna make it twins. So. You know what? Jay showed this off. I'm gonna pull this. Give me 1 second.
Yeah, I was gonna say, is it in the? Did I put it in the Dropbox?
No, but
you got it somewhere.
I'm not showing that. I'm gonna show something else.
Okay.
But issue 3, we've got the first page colors in.
Oh man. Yeah.
And it looks good.
I shared page 1 on Twitter the other day.
Yeah. So there. I don't know how well you can see it, but there's page 1 of issue 3. This is in me and Jay's private messages, so you can't see the rest. And actually, page 2 is in there too.
Yeah.
And there's some tension in this scene.
The reflective light on Claude's face coming up the computer monitor looks awesome.
Yeah, it does. I like the panel 4 where Claude's completely in
shadowed out. Yeah,
yeah.
I was gonna mention that as well. Yeah.
And then this is not finished, but
oh yeah, I forgot to send Avery the editing notes on that.
Yeah, that's pretty awesome. We got a lot of cool stuff coming up, and we're more than anything, I think Jay and I are just really happy that you guys are around for all of this.
Yeah, man, we got an audience.
Yeah.
I mean, we get to create comic books. How awesome is that? But more, we've got an audience. We got people out there that are reading our stuff and giving us feedback, whether it's constructive criticism or is just telling us how much they loved it.
Yeah, and
it's awesome.
It is awesome. And like I said, 2007 is a long time ago, and I'm so happy that you and I have been trying to do this for a long time. We're starting to get our stories out there. They've changed over the years, of course, but so much fun. So exciting, really. I mean, every time we get a new page in, I've said this numerous times of how excited I am every time we get a new page in.
Yeah.
Or anytime Jay does a kind of a concept. And sometimes I don't respond immediately. And I wonder what you're thinking when you send over a concept. Here they are.
I'm thinking that asshole doesn't like it.
Yeah, no,
said nothing. And whoa. He hates it.
I take a beat and I'm like, oh, man, what? This is awesome. Like, I don't know what even to say about this, but these are the Cross brothers. They're twins. They're English. They're going to be, at least one of them as of right now is appearing in issue 3, but I'm still trying to figure out a way to get the second one in there. But Jay did this concept. Make that bigger. There we go. Jay did this concept a couple of weeks ago, and I can't remember which one you did first. I think it's the one on the left.
Yeah, the one on the left I did first.
And I was like, oh, that's really cool looking. Then you did this other one. I'm like, I like both of them.
Let me try something different.
Yeah. I'm like, why do I have to decide? So I just said, screw it. I'll make them twins. So that's them. That's the Cross brothers. They'll be in one. At least one of them will be in issue 3, and they'll both be causing some havoc and some. I'm still burping. Sorry. And just for fun, let me show one more thing. Just because it's there.
What do we got? What do we get?
Don't say the name. Don't say the name. This is a future character. It's a future character from Operation Eclipse. I'm not going to say who it is or when they're coming into the show, but that's a future character that Jay did the concept on. And again, he did 2 different takes, so I'm not sure which one's going to be the one, but I like them both. So, yeah, this is a future character that you're only seeing here now because nobody's going to see this for a while, and now you're not going to see it. So that's it.
But when we launch our Patreon, if you become a Patreon member of ours, you get to see all that behind the scenes stuff that we don't show, except for like this little sliver here. But we won't be, once our Patreon's launched, we won't be doing it on our regular streams. You'll have to be a Patreon. See all that stuff first.
Yeah.
And we'll have a lot more other stuff for Patreons. But
there's so much that people don't see now because we keep it under wraps. But there's a lot of cool stuff that nobody knows about, especially with Stellar Odyssey. There's still a lot of cool stuff that nobody knows about because we can't.
Tons of stuff.
We don't want to spoil everything and just throw everything out there. We want to pace ourselves in a way, but yeah, exciting stuff. I mean, and every time anybody backs one of our Kickstarters, it helps the next one. It's a constant building. So backing Stellar Odyssey is going to help us keep that momentum going into Operation Eclipse number 3 and into Dragonfly number 2. I mean, our hopes this year is to get, by the end of the year, we should have all 4 issues of Stellar Odyssey done, and then the first 4 issues of Operation Eclipse going into 2022, excuse me.
And 2 issues of Dragonfly.
Yeah, and 2 issues of Dragonfly. We should have Anomalistic going. There's just going to be building and building and building, and eventually we'll be able to get hopefully some kind of distribution, which would be great.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, lots of cool stuff happening with Unparalleled. Very exciting time to be a comic book fan, in my opinion. Especially with indies. There's a lot of good indie stuff out there.
Tons.
Too much almost that I can't even back at all.
Yeah. So, I can't keep up with it all. Yeah. It's like you said, I mean, I see stuff all the time like, oh, I want to back that. And then I'm like, oh, man, my bank account says I can't.
Yeah. And, another thing is we pay for a lot of the art out of our own pockets. So, like, to get the stuff to get the Kickstarter, it comes from our pockets.
Yeah.
I mean, I think almost all of issue 2 or issue 3 of Stellar Odyssey came from your pocket. So,
yeah, pit ups, the covers, the colors for the first 5 pages or whatever, so we have stuff to show off for the Kickstarter. Actually Stellar Odyssey 3, I paid Elton for all the interior work before the Kickstarter even launched.
Yep,
all the interior work is done, paid for. That's why we had a lower goal this time. But
yeah, and so we may be able to have a fast turnaround on getting it out to everybody too, because of how far along we were in with the interior art. So we'll see.
Yep.
Things are going pretty well.
Real quick before we fade off for the night, issue 4. I talked with Hawkins last week. We had a chat. It wasn't a video chat. We didn't have the video on, but we talked live and worked out the closing of Attila Banks' story arc. Issue 4. It's looking like it's going to be an oversized issue. There's going to be more than 22 pages. Might be 36. Might be a little bit more, a little bit less. Not sure yet. I told Brian, I was like, don't worry about page count. Tell the story you want to tell in an effective manner that you feel is most effective for how we want to wrap this up. If it's more, cool. So yeah, it's Attila's current. We're not going to see the end of Attila. We'll see more Attila in the future. But
yeah, be careful what you say there.
This story arc is coming to a close in issue 4. It's going to be a giant-sized issue. We're going to find out who put the bounty out on Attila. We're going to meet the client that he's smuggling the healing herb for. We're gonna see a little send off on Tasia and Shay, and maybe like get a hint of what's next for them. And we're gonna maybe meet a new character at the very end that helps set up issue 5. So there's that. But yeah, so the script Brian's working on finalizing the script. He tells me he's going to have done by no later than June 1st. Elton is ready to start drawing the issue already, so issue 4 is going into production probably about the time we're shipping out copies. Actually, yeah, well, we'll see. Issue 4 might be going into production before issue 3 even ships out.
Yeah, and I'm sure Elton's chomping at the bit.
Oh yeah, he wanted to start on issue 4 a couple months ago.
I'd really like to see him do a pinup of Eclipse. Yeah, so that's going to be a lot of fun to see that story arc come to an end and see what happens and who pops up. I have a feeling I know who that is because I don't know who it is, but I have a feeling I do know who it is. It's be exciting. Oh, excuse me. It's getting choked up. Should be exciting. It's really cool. Verklempt. It's really cool to see a full story arc come to fruition. It's going to be great. And I've said it before, and I'll say it again. I cannot wait for cons to start back up.
Oh yeah.
How many cons did we go to where we only had Transgenesis? And
Transgenesis and a few pinups.
Yeah, now we're gonna. By the time we get through our first con next year, for sure, I'm sure they're gonna be doing cons. We're gonna have a whole slew of comics for people to pick up and buy, and it's gonna be great.
Yeah.
We've come a long way in kind of a short amount of time.
Yeah. December 2018. So what?
Yeah.
2.5 years.
Well, I would say, yeah,
We did some pre-planning.
yeah. Our launch date for the first Kickstarter was July 2019. So,
Mm.
you know, and really people didn't get that until 2020. So, I mean, really, it's been a year. No, it's not. I mean, really though, we put out a lot of stuff within the last year. I mean, Stellar Odyssey 1, 2, and Operation Eclipse 1, 2, and now Dragonfly. In about 18 months, they're getting a lot of stuff from us. Yeah, it's good stuff, good times. I'm glad. Thank you for everybody for believing in us, because that when you back our Kickstarters, you're believing in what we're doing. So, and sharing something, if you're sharing it as well.
We wouldn't be here if all those people didn't back that first Kickstarter. I mean, we'd still be trying. We would try. We would relaunch, but we're on a much better path, rolling along.
We're 6 for 6, so let's keep it going with Operation Eclipse number 3. Remember, it's on my birthday, so let's get it funded on my birthday. That'd be fun. It's a lot to ask.
Happy birthday!
Yeah. My 41st. Anyway, don't forget, in August, we're going to have free comic book day back, finally. I'm very excited about that. And don't forget to share. We've got like 13 hours left. It's at 22:08. We just got a new backer.
Oh, nice.
So we're $42 away from that other stretch goal, which is that the third of the trio for the.
Yes.
Yeah, and Jay really wants that just for his jean jacket. He's got this really nice
stonewashed
jean jacket. He wants to put all his pins on.
I need to go along with my little spike studs on.
We'll get. He got a Dragonfly one on there already. So, thank you very much for joining us tonight. We'll do another live stream at some point when Operation Eclipse. Probably not the day it launches. That's my birthday. I'll be doing other stuff. Actually, I'll probably go watching the Kickstarter all day. But yeah, thanks again. Stellar Odyssey ends. It'll be over.
12 hours to go.
11 o'clock. So
it's 11. So just shy of 13 hours.
Yeah. So anybody, you got time to share it? You got time to tell your friends about it? We'd love to wake up in the morning and see more backers, because we just want to keep making comics and get comics out to people.
I want to give the people 4 more pages.
Yeah, I do too. After we end the broadcast, I want to find out who you want to put in there. I think I know, because it's obvious.
Yeah.
I mean, you got 4 pages. That's 8 characters. I mean, there's 3 main characters, 4 bounty hunters, and a certain Shay. So I'm just saying. Anyway, thanks again. And we'll be back to do a live stream at some point, either before or after Operation Eclipse 3 starts. So again, thanks.
And I'm going to be trying to do art streams here too. So do some more art streams, probably mostly on the weekends. My day job wears me out, so evening times I'm usually catching up on other stuff, but you never know.
This is literally the first time I've spoken to Jay in 6 months, because no joke, because of his job. Anyway, everybody have a great evening. Don't forget, 12 hours till Stellar Odyssey. Plenty of time to share and tell your friends about, right?
Yes.
All right, everyone. Have a great rest of your evening, and we will too.
Thanks for hanging out with us. Thanks for all the support, and see you soon.
You're super classy with that glass, I'm telling you. Next time I'm gonna have my tumbler with some amaretto in there, and we'll put cheers. Anyway, have a nice night.